I want to put this, Kristine, on the screen. I want everybody to see it. I'm going to make my predictions for the college football weekend. There's always this wrangling and arguing and debating, and the college football playoff really starts this weekend. Here's my predictions in the conference championships that matter. I'll take Wisconsin to beat Ohio State 26-24. I think they have a better sense of self, a better sense of their own identity. I'll take Wisconsin to beat Ohio State. I think Clemson handles Miami. Miami's got an injury on their offense on the perimeter. I'm going to take Clemson comfortably over Miami. I think it's impossible to ask 19, 20-year-old kids at Auburn to beat Georgia, to beat Bama, and then to beat Georgia again. I'm going to take Georgia to come back and beat Auburn 27-24. Oklahoma, this is a weird game for me. I really like Oklahoma. TCU is so well coached. This has upset written all over it to me. I'm going to take Oklahoma. They have a superstar quarterback in Baker Mayfield. By the way, I've got some great Baker Mayfield juice, but I'll wait till after the weekend. I don't want to be a distraction to the program. So here, therefore, is my prediction on the Final Four. Let's lay it out. This is how I think it's going to work out. Clemson number 1, Oklahoma wins 2, Wisconsin 3, and Georgia. This is the way it always works. The team nobody's talking about is going to get in. Nobody's talking about Georgia. Okay, everybody's talking about Bama, Ohio State. Everybody's talking about Auburn's amazing. Check out the line. Georgia's a 2-point dog. Vegas is telling you Georgia's going to win this football game. You all think Auburn's going to roll. Doesn't work that way. So Bama's not going to make it in. It's not because of Auburn. It's because of Georgia. And so this, I believe, and for the record, let's put it up there again so the audience can see and they can mock me. Clemson, Oklahoma, Wisconsin, Georgia. I think Alabama, because they're idle, the committee can very easily argue, well, they didn't play. We didn't move them back. We didn't move them up. And let me just say this. That'll give us an ACC, a Big 12, a Big 10, and an SEC school with one SEC school just out. This is not the best Bama team. If they made it in, I would not be outraged. I would not. If Bama made it in, I would not be outraged. And the reason I would not be outraged if Bama made it in, because you know what? I went and called my friend RJ Bell at pregame.com, and I asked him, if Alabama played all these teams, what would the lines be? Alabama would be favored over every single team in the top 10. They'd be favored over Miami by 11, TCU by 11, Wisconsin by over a touchdown, Georgia by 5, Clemson 3.5, Auburn 3.5, Oklahoma and Ohio State. So I'm not outraged by it. We wrangle all the time. USC fans, I've watched every snap. You're about the 8th best team in the country. You struggled at home to beat Utah. You struggled at home to beat Western Michigan. You've gotten better, but you're about the 8th best team. I think you may lose tonight to Stanford. I really do. It's going to be a wild game, and Stanford's good. They're not great. Everybody's always complaining. This is what's funny about it. In college basketball, we allowed 64 teams in for a long, long time, and every year Jay Billis would be outraged. What happened to Monmouth? I thought it was a ski resort. I don't even know where Monmouth is. Jay Billis would get upset. What about Monmouth? And I respect his opinion. He would be upset. And then we expanded it to 68 teams. Everybody's like, oh, we're still upset about Monmouth. Monmouth is not getting in. Nobody's ever happy. Ohio State, you lost by 30 to Iowa. Stop talking. You lost by 30 to Iowa. 2 weeks later, Iowa lost at home to Purdue. There's no big complaints here. Give me the scores. Give me my predictions. Put them up one more time. Hold me to it. Rip me Monday if I'm wrong. I don't have a problem with it. Once again, I think Wisconsin wins narrowly. Clemson comfortably. Georgia barely. Oklahoma worries me, but they'll slip past TCU. And my Final Four, once again, will have a representative from 4 of the 5 major conferences, with Alabama just missing out. So I want to give you an update. So essentially, Tennessee football is one of the big jobs in college football. They interviewed Mike Leach last night for the job, and the athletic director who did got fired. This would have been a horrible, horrible fit. This would have been Lane Kiffin to Notre Dame, Johnny Manziel to the Patriots. Personality fits matter. I think Lane Kiffin and Kevin Sumlin are perfect for the SEC. Okay, Mike Leach. This is Kim Kardashian joining a nunnery. This is Gilbert Gottfried as a librarian. This is LeVar Ball working at a mortuary. Mike Leach is quirky and goofy and fun. Okay? He has a pirate collection. He should be coaching at Texas Tech, Washington State, Hawaii, these quirky jobs. Tennessee is Southern, conservative, and tradition-based. And the SEC's all about power and dominance. They want you to win and jam it down somebody's throat. Mike Leach in Washington State attempted fewer rushing attempts this year than any team in college football. He's a pirate enthusiast, and Tennessee is landlocked. This does not make any sense. Now, as far as Tennessee, they've created their own issues. They have created their own issues. I do not have a ton of pity for them. Here are the people that have officially turned down Tennessee. We're calling it the Rocky Top rejection list. John Gruden, Mike Gundy, Jason Witten, Jeff Brom, David Cutcliffe, Jim Bob Cooter, and David Doran. It ain't great. Excuse me? I have one more that's turned it down. I've just been told that Johnny Knoxville has also turned down the job. So it's ugly. Mike Leach would have been a terrible fit. And I'll say it again. Everybody says, oh, Lane Kiffin. Look what is going on right now in the world. Okay, look what's going on at the bad behavior of lots of people. Hollywood, politicians, all over our landscape. The knock on Lane Kiffin is what? He was cocky and brash, and he left Tennessee for a better job. That's it? Look at what this guy has done. I've been talking to Lane last 2 days. He's not going to tell me if he wants Tennessee or not. He took over a shipwreck of a program. In 1 year, they're 8-0 in conference, and they bring virtually everybody back. He walked into that conference and dominated it in an hour. By the way, have you seen Alabama's offense this year? Jalen Hurts, their quarterback. Completion percentage down, passer rating down, yardage down. And this was not a great year for the SEC. So, it's just perspective. Lane Kiffin was cocky. He probably wasn't quite ready for the job the first time at Tennessee. He's now 7, 8 years older. He's got national titles. He turned around a program. If you look at the world we live in today, I'm not a moralist. His behavior that people struggle with is tiny stuff. Now, people say he's an internet troll. I see people out there. He dropped a Twitter thing the other day with Kim Jong-un and Tennessee. Probably, I thought it was absolutely hysterical. There are probably people that think, Lane, that's juvenile. That doesn't play well with your brand. All I'm saying is this. Do you want a good football coach or not? Do you want a guy that knows the South or not? Do you want a guy that can recruit or not? And do you want by the way, here's another thing that all school presidents care about. They want winning. That's what they want. They want winning, and they want the enrollment numbers to go up. Since Nick Saban arrived, Alabama has more people trying to go to Alabama. If your football team wins in the South, more kids attend your college. Lane Kiffin, exciting, edgy. Tennessee wins. He recruits well. All of a sudden, enrollment goes up, $42,000 per student per year. Everybody's happy.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest from the show. Also, be sure to check out more of the best clips from The Herd, or go watch a few segments from the newest show on FS1, First Things First, with Chris Carter and Nick Wright.